All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about altcoins because a few things have shaped up since we last talked. We actually called the mid 70 lows. We said to get in above 80 with a stop loss under, and it looks like Bitcoin is taking off. So we were right. The factor line, which I'll show you in just 1 second, called it perfectly, and our analysis is pretty much on key. So we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, we're going to be talking about altcoins, and let's get straight to it here.
Hey guys, I'm Britta. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta.
Okay, so here we have the factor line, and at its core, at its bare essentials, you would buy when it's gold and sell when it's red. You see this gold dot over here? That's a buy signal, and then you would sell when it's red. And if you go back historically, you'll see that it's working out pretty well. It's given us some great calls. Now, right now, if we just zoom in on the daily here, you'll see it just turned gold. And I'm anticipating for the yellow dot to come right in if this indeed works out. The trend stacker over here, which is a mix of volume and certain other indicators, is just turning to gold as well, so that's also bullish. And we can actually go to other time frames. We've been working off the 4-hour time frame. Give it a chance to load here, and this is where it indicated to get in at this candle over here. So far so good. Now if you actually go to the indicator itself and we just turn on a few more settings, for example, swing failure patterns. I use this for DSAing and so on. You can actually see that it also gives us sells and buy signals. So if we just go to the daily real quick, you can actually see it gave us an indication to buy right here at 78K. I actually called for mid 75Ks in my previous videos, and you can actually see we got there with these candles over here. But essentially your stop loss, if you got in here, your stop loss would be under this line. You didn't get under it, but then we did get under it over here where I said, hey, it's a buying opportunity, and we got in. But more about that in other videos. If we go back to the 4-hour here, we can see massive volume on this candle over here, this breakout. This is just very bullish generally. Trend stacker also gold. Confirm this on the hourly because I like doing this on multiple time frames. Of course, the hourly also in the gold. Also gave you the buy signal over here if you missed it down here, or if you missed it even earlier. And then again, it gave you a nice buy right here because the trend was up, everything was doing well. We had a nice retracement here, but it was a good buying for the SFP level. And we're in the gold. Check the monthly or the weekly. Even the weekly is gold. Boom. There's your buying on the weekly right there, right at the bottom. Beautiful call right here. And of course, the monthly is also gold. So right now you're gold on all time frames. So the trend is up, momentum's up, volume is up, a little bit of candlestick trading. You would have got in where we got in. If you were in my private group, we gave you that call. So everything is looking great. And as a matter of fact, before you say, Paul, you just tell you about your private group. No, I made it public as well. Look at my live streams, look at my posts. You'll find them. It's just that obviously if you're in a group, it's a lot easier to see. Now, let's go back to the factor line. And of course, listen, just to be clear, you do not need the factor line in order to make these calls. The factor line just makes it easier. It's based on the way I trade, and I'm selling it as part of my course. If you buy my course, Invest, Trade, and Think, like the crypto factor, the link is in the description down below, comes with a lifetime well, what's the word I'm looking for? Lifetime, let's just call it lifetime subscription of the factor line. Otherwise, if you buy it, it would cost $129 a month, and it's not quite ready yet. It will be released within this month, maybe beginning next month, but the best way to get it is through my course, which also teaches you technical analysis, how I trade, how I think, how to be contrarian, and so on. Again, you don't need it. You can learn all this stuff on your own out there. I'm not trying to push the indicator, like the best indicator in the world or anything like that, but it's just a way to be able, it makes my thoughts easy so I can trade easier, because this is the way I trade, but also so you can learn and trade like I do. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to the factor line. And here we are on the daily, we're sitting at 88,650. Now, keep in mind that we are just at resistance here, and we have a couple of resistance levels up here. And one of the levels, other than the 90K psychological, is the bottom of the range over here at 90,700. This is actually drawn from you automatically by the indicator. It also does the intra over here and here, because this is the way I trade. I'm expecting this to break up, and if we break this level, 9,700, to maybe trade in this upper range for a while before we break out. That's what I'm anticipating, giving us altcoins, or giving altcoins the opportunity to also run. At least that's hopefully, not 100%. We're looking at probabilities. This is the way I trade, I think, right? But that's what I'm anticipating. So let's have a look. Once Bitcoin does that, that would be the bullish scenario in my opinion. We can see altcoins run, and we're already seeing altcoins run, of course. And again, these are our favorites, our top altcoins. Deep made a massive move. I saw it up 100% in a day earlier. Pixel did the same thing. And if we just go up here, yeah, we're just outperforming the markets in general. Every time I show you the altcoins, I've shown you this, just check back, check the videos. Our picks are outperforming, at least the ones that are listed on Crypto Bubbles, are outperforming every other stack over here. So for example, our favorites is 3.7, our meme coins are 3.9, our smaller positions not doing too bad at 0.82, compared to, look at this, 0.83, 1.1, 0.52. This is the top 1,000. We've actually outperformed the top 1,000 over here. Going down to our smaller positions, just so you can see what we are holding. Some of them are left over, of course. Various is coins that we got out from for the time being. We're going to get back into CAS. I believe this is actually a good opportunity. And then once the market is going up again, we can see for other plays that we could add over here. Go to our staking and allocations, Jupiter, AGI, Supra, Beam, and Alex. I'm very bullish on Beam. Yes, I know it's looking like it's down right now, but generally speaking, I'm extremely bullish on Beam. Let's go back. And you can see right here, look, we're going to the weekly, and on the weekly, our favorites over here outperformed most of all these over here, 9.1%. The only one that's beating us, there's a coin maybe or two over here at the 500, 600 level, at 300, 400 level, which is fine, but let's have a look which ones they are. Sorry, that's the wrong one. So we have Pixel already. Okay, so Lo-Fi over here just made this, and maybe Loom made this section, if you will, pretty high. We're actually holding AI Tech. Not sure why it's not in. It should be. Oh, it is. Okay, we have it in our portfolio. Sorry about that. And then if we go to the 300 to 400 here, yeah, Magic. I don't know what this is. Probably new. Took off like crazy, low liquidity. And that's the only reason they're outperforming. But if you look at our favorites right here, pretty big coins, pretty solid coins, and we're outperforming most of the market. Move not moving on the weekly for some strange reason, but yeah, I do believe that it's going to start coming up over here. So yes, do I expect an alt season? Very possible to get an alt season once Bitcoin ranges over the 90K level like we said. Could it happen if it ranges from 85 to 90K? An alt season? Possibly, but I would like to see 90 to 100K. That was the range we were looking at for months, telling you guys, this move's not over yet. We're still in the range. Let's see where we break out from. And that's what we got. So perfect calls. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, we did get some wrong, obviously. But most of our calls are correct, and that's what counts. So bullish on Bitcoin, bullish on altcoins, waiting for that confirmation On the factor line, also on the daily, there should be a yellow dot that will form like this one over here, but you can anticipate it here. And if you want long time investing, the factor line actually does this for you and simplifies things for you. Just click factor flow over here, and you can see the flow line. This is a new update, a new addition. You just basically have a look when it turns gold, and you can see. And this is basically what doesn't go up back that far, but basically you can see what it's doing. Volume looking good. Trend stacker here. This is one of the most important things, looking good. So we are looking all good with the factor line Bitcoin altcoins, and I will see you in Token 2049 in Dubai. I'll be sponsored by CoinEx. I'll be at the CoinEx booth most of the time, live streaming. So if you're there, come by. Maybe you can get onto the show. And yeah, we'll have some fun. I'm going to be making videos there covering the event. I think I have a speaking position. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it because I have a lot of work to do. But lots of things happening in Dubai. I'll be there for a week, be at 2049. Make sure you use the code in the description down below for a 10% discount because tickets can get expensive. So let's see what happens. Bullish for now. And yeah, see you in the next video.